Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो हमारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, कंप्लेंट लेवल, मौज में रहो, बी हैप्पी। श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। In the third OV, it was told, हा ठावो वरी गुरुराये नांदविलो उवाये, जे आम्ही न समाये आम्हा माझी. My Guru has brought me to a point which is beyond explanation. I don't know how to say that. And then he says, अहो आत्मेपणी न संटो, स्वसंवित्ती न घसवटो, अंगी लागली या न फुटो, कैवल्य ही. In this experience that of being absolute, my relative performance is not influence. Many people have this wrong notion. If one gets realized, then what will happen to the family? When you are not realized, what has happened? See, we should be clear. See, if I get married, what will happen to me, the man? Nothing will happen. You will continue to be man. Then you get children, you become parent. What will happen? Nothing will happen. Meaning what? When the absolute is reduced to the finite through conditioning, does it mean there is a loss to the absolute? Like the space is divided in 10 directions. 4 directions, north, east, west, south, and 4 corners, 8, up and down. So when the infinite space is reduced by this 10 direction, does it mean that there is going to be any change in the space on account of the directions? East is purer, west is dirty. No. How important it is. This is what we told in simple words. The truth is simultaneously transcendental and yet immanent. There is one Abhanga of Tukaram Maharaj. He says in that, after I have burnt my body identification, now I come to discover that I am Anuraniya Evada. I am subtler than the subtlest. And yet Akasha Evada, like the space, infinite. And therefore, life is now available only to live through. For what? For nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Thereafter, the life is lived through. This is what he is telling. Aho atme pani na santo. Continue to be what we are essentially. Swa samvitti na ghasavato. But that doesn't mean after realization what happened. Yeah, I'm in a fix. What happened? When I came to discover everything is Brahman, I was going out of the room and dash against the wall. Why? There is no difference between the window and the door and all that. Big trouble now. Don't get realized. You'll be in trouble. See, friends. Therefore, Atma Samviti Nagasavato. We continue to lead the same life. But the difference is, earlier we were disturbed, miserable every moment. Now, same thing continues. Nothing changes outside. But our old habit of reaction dies away. Therefore, this sentence I will say 100 times, whether you like or you don't like. Experience without experiencer. So experiences are happening because we are functioning through. Now, if you want to talk about that experience, how can we talk? When I am conditioned by my sense organs. So if I had to talk about my divine experience, how I will talk? See, that divine experience is a melodious music. And it is so soft. Okay. Then it is so bright. Oh. And it is so sumptuous. And it is sugandha, fragrance. All these are the only thing that we know through the five sense organs. But if that experience is beyond the limitations of the five sense organs, will we talk this? Yes. How? In the language of negation. Ashabda, asparsha, arupa, agandha, see, arasa. Meaning, although we are functioning through the five sense organs, yet we are not obsessed or influenced by them. Thereafter, whatever experience is, that is abiding in the self. Aho atme padi na santo, swasamviti na gasavato. But we are still, for the average, we are talking the language which is required to be spoken, but that doesn't mean we are getting lost in that. Angi lagaliya na puto. See? And because we have come to discover one's essential nature, that doesn't mean that now I have become one with the divine, therefore everything is gone. No, it continues to be. Now, to understand this experience, we are in and through everything and yet beyond all of them. Again, we are in and through everything and yet beyond all of them. How? Waking experience comes, good or bad, goes away. Waker with his waking experiences disappear. Then the second drama comes, the dream. The dreamer, dream experiences, comes, enjoys, suffer, that also goes. Then the prajna, the deep sleeper, everything is absent, but that also goes. Now, inquire. Who says, I had good sleep and in between bad dreams? Who can make this statement? This statement cannot be made by the waker because he was not in the dream, he was not in the deep sleep. But we do make this statement, I had a good sleep, but in between some bad dreams also came. Who makes this statement? Dreamer cannot make this statement because in the waking he is not there. How can he make a statement? The deep sleeper also cannot make this statement because he is not in the waking. Then who makes this statement? Think, friends. So, waking is experienced by the waker, dream experienced by the dreamer, deep sleep experienced by the deep sleeper, and there has to be a common denominator which is present in all the three. That alone can make this statement that I had good sleep and bad dreams in between. So, who is he? When the statement is made in the waking. Therefore, although in the waking the statement is made, yet he has not become a waker. Dekho Maharaj. So I am immanent in and through waking, dream, deep sleep. And yet I am transcendental to the three experiences. Is it not? I am a son, I am a husband, I am a father, and yet I am beyond all of them. So if we catch this point, then analyze who is disturbed and who is miserable. So we come to know the one who is disturbed or miserable is only these conditioned expressions of the Absolute. So when we come to discover our Absolute Being, in that the relative performances are not influenced. They will continue to be. See? It's not like that, you get realized and your wife comes in front of you and then you say, hey Mahakali, Namostute. No. You will keep your head down and keep quiet. After realization, what can happen? Nothing will happen. You will continue the same thing. Therefore, my friends, don't have that misgiving. What realization means becoming abnormal. Everything will continue the same thing. Otherwise, God is everywhere. And then you come across a donkey. Hey God, don't do all that. Therefore, what is the meaning of therefore abiding in the self? These two things should be clear. Like man is in and through all the roles that he plays, and yet he is beyond all of them. In the same manner, we play all the roles of the waking, dream, deep sleep, etc., and yet beyond all of them. And therefore, when the waking experience is over, we don't lose anything. We are still there. When dream experience is over, we don't lose or gain anything. And in the deep sleep, there is no loss. This experience wherein loss and gain is appearing to be happening, but in fact nothing has ever happened, that is our essential nature. Now to pinpoint it, see, so 100 people vision, there is a gain, and 20 people, oh, there is a loss. No. Some rule. Therefore, illuminator is not influenced by what is illumined. See? Who knows the waking? Who knows the dream? Who knows the dreamer? A common denominator. And how? Without becoming a waker, dreamer, or a deep sleeper. This is what is meant here. The aho atme pani na santo. I continue to be whatever I am. And swasamviti na ghasavato. But I am not divorced from my divine nature. Angi lagaliya na phuto kaivalyahi. And therefore, although I am carrying the burden of many relative positions, yet kaivalyahi na phuto. Now what is the kaivalya? See, kaivalya is a noun formed from the word kevala. Kevala means what? Don't say according to Nepali, Bihari or Bengali. Kebala. There was one Swami Ramakrishna Mission. His name was Kevalananda. Kevalananda. Achha, you are in Keval. Yes. So, what is Kevala? This is a technical term. सजातीय विजातीय स्वगत भेद रहित वस्तु केवलम. The three types of differences are totally absent. Which are those three types of differences? First is vijatiya. Jati means shape or form. Jati means Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. This is the gift of the dumb politicians. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, they are Varna, they are not Jati. Jati is the shape. Manushya Jati, Pashu Jati, Pakshi Jati, Vanaspati Jati. So, Vijatiya Bhed. Meaning what? Animals are not trees. Vijatiya Bhed. Then Sajatiya Bhed, all are animals, but one is a donkey, second is a cow, third is an elephant, fourth is a deer. Sajatiya Bhed. All are animals, but different from each other. Swagata Bheda, differences within the specimen, like only one cow, but the horns are not the tail is not the stomach is not the feet is not the nose. Swagata Bheda. These are the three types of differences which are totally absent in our being. Now, Puto Kaivalyahi. Now, what are these three differences? There are three factors: Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara. The difference between Jiva and Jagat. Second, difference between Jiva and the Ishvara. Third, difference between the Ishvara and the Jagat. Fourth, the difference between the Jagat and the Jagat. And fifth, difference between the Jiva and the Jiva. These five types of differences are totally absent. That is called Kaivalya. Okay. But that doesn't mean it is divided. Like hands are not the nose is not the back. Let the differences appear. But on account of the differences, there is no differentiation. This is how the experience of being supports everything but doesn't get influenced by anything. This is the meaning of abiding in the self. Therefore, to help ourselves to tread this path, we have to again and again work on this thing. And there is no need to evaluate, no need to discuss, no need to prove, and no need to decide on somebody else's behalf. One thing I told you, again I am telling, do not talk about your past, do not ask anybody about their past. One of the most highest spiritual practice. Whether you chant the Lord's name or not doesn't matter. Whether you go to temple or not doesn't matter. Whether you take bath in Ganges or not doesn't matter. This matters. Mind should not be allowed to go away from the present. When the presence is influenced by the past, the presence is reduced to present tense. When the presence is projecting the future, the presence is reduced to the present tense. But when the present tense that we are, we do not bring the past nor worry about the future, then the present tense is reduced to the presence. That is what is our essential nature. Otherwise, all the time, old people, जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन. तुम भी वहीं जाओ भाड़ में. Don't worry. There is nothing worthy of knowing about anything in this world. Hold on to your being. आमुची करवे गोठी जे जालीची नाही वाक सृष्टी. How beautiful. आमुते देखे दिठी ते दिठीची नवे. Now, this experience of Amrutanubhava, see, this is the Amrutanubhava experience in the 8th chapter. The name of the book is Amrutanubhava. This is the experience of being immortal. Experience that is Amruta, ambrosia, the highest attainment. Now, what is that? आमुची करवे गोठी ते जालीची नाही वाक सृष्टी. I don't know how to talk about my experience because this does not fall in the scope of any language. जालीची नाही वाक सृष्टी. I don't know how to talk. But what we talk? We talk three things. Either the objects of the world, Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasagandha, or the emotions, or the concept. Now, the truth that we are is not contaminated by any attributes, not an emotion, nor a concept. Therefore, how we will talk about it? We know only that language which we have been using throughout our life with reference to sense organs, mind and intellect. Therefore, we tell you, Pramana Nirapeksha Anubhuti, meaning no sense organs are involved, therefore no description. Beautiful, ugly, green, black, yellow, no, nothing. No emotions involved, mind is not involved. Aha, kya batao? Solid. No emotions are involved. Third, no concept. Because all of them, attributes, emotions and concepts, are subject to modification. What were our priorities when we were children and what are our priorities now? Change. What was our liking about the worldly objects as youngsters? Now it has changed. What were our emotions when we were children? Now it has changed. Therefore, that which is subject to modification cannot be the truth. Therefore, Amuchi karave goti te zalichi nahi vak srishti. There are no words. Now be attentive. There are no words. Is it silence? No. Then it is not contaminated by the sounds, nor it is purified by the silence. Like the space. Whether there are volcanoes, or there are heavy rains, or there is earthquake, doesn't touch the space. Space is supporting everything, but not influenced by anything. Therefore, the nearest example for us to understand is this experience is like the space. See, I don't know whether it's a book or not. There is one book, Akasha Yoga. This topic comes in Yoga Vasishta. There are three spaces. First is the gross space. Gross space is the one which supports all the four elements but does not get influenced by any one of them. So our first practice will be what it is like being space, or what it is like being other than the body. Gross body, gross space. So, what is the gross space? Gross space supports all the gross world but doesn't get influence. Our practice will be we are living in this gross world but nothing disturbs us. In the form of want or don't want, in the form of like or dislike. We have conquered the waking experience to some extent. But that doesn't mean क्या हो गया पता नहीं यार जब से रियलाइज हो गया किसी में इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं आता. Then it is a depression. See? We are dynamically involved and yet untouched by whatever is being done. See? Vairagya is not depression. See? In both the cases, dispassion and depression, there is withdrawal from the world. But the difference is, depression is an unhealthy condition of the mind, and dispassion is the height of the health of the mind. Therefore, this is one practice. Keep on reflecting and working on this. What must be the experience of this space, yaar? The space supports everything, rejects nothing, but doesn't get influenced by anything. Now work on it. Is it not? Eyes see every color and form, don't get influence. Ears hear all sounds, do not get influence. Mind supports all thoughts, good and bad, do not get influence. Again and again, again and again. When this understanding will become mature, we will be living in the same world, but earlier for every small little thing we were barking, now we are enjoying. So when we are able to be at peace in a chaos, then you are walking the spiritual path. Otherwise, don't disturb. Meditation in progress. Bracket, we are already disturbed. Friends. Then, when we graduate from this, what will be the qualification to graduate? Worldly objects will have no impact on us. Whether the things are there or not, it doesn't make any difference. I want this, I want that. No, nothing. जो है वो ठीक है. जो थारी राय सो मारी राय. After we graduate from this gross space, see, then we go to the next one. The next one is the mind space. Like the gross space supports all the gross world but doesn't get influence. Similarly, mind space supports all kinds of thoughts but does not get influenced by any thought. Don't have that wrong notion. Thoughts should not come in the mind, Swamiji. Thoughts, too much thoughts. Arey Baba, thoughts will come in the mind. They cannot come in the nose to blow them out. That is the place for the thoughts to come. But your choice is whether you get influence or not. It is your choice. How to do that? As we do in satsanga. How many times we have heard? Does it make any difference? That means that expertise we have. We don't lack that expertise. Only we have to apply it. Oh, that is difficult. Here in the satsang we are told, you are divine. Calm, God divine. Therefore, do not fight with the thoughts. Let the thoughts come and go. Poor fellows, where will they go? Let them come. Be attentive. Whenever you give any value to anything in this world, that creates a thought. Very simple. When you give value to anything in this world, it creates a thought. Silence. I like silence. Why sound is coming? Disturb. Give importance to discipline. You will be most miserable. See? You know how the thoughts come? This experience, what I am telling, has given me this understanding. I am not telling you from books. Once I was going around Narmadaji, and somewhere when we were going to some ashram near Nagdar or some place, the place where we had to cross was muddy. And our feet have gone quite maybe about 2 feet or 1.5 feet deep in the mud. But no choice. So I had to take my khadav in the hand and walk. And while going, some thorn has gone in, but I can't do now because hands can't go down. After we crossed, we went to that ashram, wash our feet and all that. And in that, I forgot about that thorn. And then 2 days gone, third day, I was limping. So my friend said, Swamiji, what happened to you? I said, nothing happened. No, I'm not yet realized. No. You are limping. What happened? So I said, I don't know, find out. So I sat on the chair, put my foot on a stool, and he washed it. He was a doctor, by the way. And he said, there is something which has gone in your foot, and that portion is swollen. It is reddish. Then I can remove it. I said, remove it. He removed it. Almost 1 inch, little less than 1 inch thorn had gone in. He removed it completely. He said, very good. Complete has come out. Very good. Then I said, now, he said, nothing to do now. Then nature cures itself. Don't have to do anything. What is required is foreign body to be removed. Now understand. When the foreign body has gone in the tissue of the foot, the tissue of the foot started reacting. So what is an abscess? Reaction of a foreign body in the tissue, is it not? And when that foreign body is removed, reaction slowly dies away. And we come to normal. We don't have to do anything. Apply this principle. When a foreign body enters the mind, it is easier to understand entry of a foreign body in a foot. But how a foreign body enters the mind? The entry of the foreign body in the mind is like our entry in the mirror, which is entry without entrance. How it happens? When we give importance and value, positive or negative, to anything in this world, that thing has entered in your mind. And that reaction, that abscess, is called a thought. And where there is a thought, there is a pain. Why the divorcing husband and wife are miserable? Because he has given undue importance to her, she has given undue importance to her. Then they know only one thing: remove the thorn, divorce. Then after some time, it cools down. I think I had done a mistake. I should not have sought divorce. Again, get married. Learn this. Therefore, whenever we have given importance to anything anybody, anywhere in our life, that is the cause of disturbances in the mind. Therefore, undisturbed mind is consciousness. Okay? Undisturbed husband is man. Disturbed man is husband. Now, how the man has become husband? The thorn of wife has gone in. Then don't take her seriously. Then it's okay. How simple it is. Therefore, first, practice gross space. Worldly objects will have minimum impact. Then practice mind space. Minimum thought eruptions. And then we come to the third space, that is the conscious space called Chidakash. Chidakash. In every experience, there are three factors. One is the object of experience. Second is the experience of the object. Third is the experiencer of the object. We have to get freedom from all the three. So, object of experience is conquered by practicing gross space. Experience of the object is conquered by practicing mind space. Now the experiencer is conquered by Chidakash. What is Chidakash? Where it is a solid space. Because in Chidakash, other than the pure consciousness, there is nothing. And therefore solid. Akasha, why? Everything is dormant. When I am sleeping, waker is dormant. When I am dreaming, deep sleeper is dormant. When I am awake, the deep sleeper is dormant. See, again and again recognize this. So Chidakasha is the one who is supporting waking experiences of the waker without getting influenced by the waker. Dream experiences of the dreamer without getting influenced by the dream and its experiences. And deep sleeper experience without going to sleep. This Turiya Tattva is mentioned here. Chidakash. Solid space. Like gold is a solid space for all the ornaments. Why? All ornaments are present in the gold in unmanifest form. They don't come from outside. So everyone, mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, they are all dormant in our mind. They don't come from outside. But when we are facing the wife, immediately the husband comes out. When wife goes away, happy. Why? She has gone. Husband, where is he? No, I am happy now. Learn this. Life becomes fun. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Therefore, आमुची करवे गोठी ते जालीची नाही वाक सृष्टी. Now all this what we have explained, how can you put it in one word? Hey friends, आमुते देखे दिठी, दिठीची नव्हे. There is no vision which can see my own eyes. See? Eyes can see everything. but they cannot see themselves in the same manner. I cannot be an object of knowledge, and also I cannot be a subject because there is no object to be available there. So we transcend the duality of subject object. In that homogeneous solid space is our abode. Amute dekhe diti, te diti chinave. If I say I can see my eyes, then you must be standing in front of the mirror. We cannot see our vision. In the same manner, that experience where experiencer and experienced Dvaita is not manifested, that homogeneous, undivided being is the ultimate truth. And this is what my Guru Maharaj has blessed me with. And therefore, wise people are quiet. We don't have to prove anything to anybody in this world. Therefore, one principle try in your own life. We don't have to become extraordinary. Remain ordinary. When we become extraordinary, we are subject to honor and insult. Immediately we become, I am someone extra. No, 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 no. You are just one of the millions in this world. Friends, to what extent this non-specific existence? To that extent as I function equally efficiently through the hands and through the legs, through the mouth and through the other end. How important it is. There is no problem. But I went there, they did not give me a special chair. They didn't know that I am a chairperson. Chairperson should carry, but they thought you are a coachman, not chairman. Dear friends, those who demand respect, they don't command. This is what happens with many elderly people. When they come across with the children or youngsters, these days the children don't have respect for the elders. Now, what is our contribution that we have become old? It is poor earth running around the sun and our age is growing. No? Never become extraordinary in life. Like the space. Be it temple or be it a toilet. Like the lamp, whether the tube light is in the temple or in a toilet, makes no difference. This non-specific being is the ultimate vision. So, amuchi karave goti, te zali chinahi vak srishti, amute dekhe dithi, te dithi chinave. Such vision is nowhere where the eyes can see themselves. See? Therefore, in one of his writings, he writes, I wanted to come, this comes in the Pasayadan. See? There he says, I wanted to compare my guru with the sun, but he's too harsh. I can't. Then I thought, let me compare my guru with the moon, but he is also having black spots. Then I thought, my guru is like guru only. How beautiful it is. Meaning, uncomparable. Comparisons are possible if there are more than two. Comparisons are possible if there are attributes. That attributeless, non-dual being, how can we compare with anything? And therefore, keep mouth shut. But you are talking. Who told you? See? Now, after having said this, continues further. Amute karoni vikho, bhogu sake parakho, te amute na dekho, ammi pade. Amute karoni vikho. Vikho means vishya, object. I wanted to make myself an object of knowledge. Amute karoni vikho, bhogu sake parakho. So I can objectify and enjoy my own being. I wanted to objectify myself and want to enjoy the experience of being. What will happen? The moment we plunge into infinite, we disappear. And therefore, in this experience, experiencer, experienced, and the experience of this triputi gets dissolved. Therefore, that experience where the triputi does not exist is the ultimate truth. In the ultimate truth, there is nobody to speak, nobody to hear. Now, when we are all by ourselves, we keep on talking to ourselves. How do we talk? If we say like this, then I will tell like this thing. But if we say like that, then I will not leave. Go. We only create a character, we only talk, we only give reply, and afterwards, क्या कर रहे थे? नहीं, कुछ नहीं. Learn to keep mouth shut when you are all by yourself. When you are among the people, talk. Otherwise, maunam. And with a, like you have got something hanging, I am observing mauna. You can talk, but I will not reply. Do you want food? No, I can't reply. Therefore, Amute garoni vikho bhogu shake parho. How can I, the limited one, experience the infinite? See? This is the reason why our avatara are having Jimuta Sannibham, meaning like the bluish dark clouds in the space. Lord Krishna and Bhagwan Rama, they are having this kind of color. Because infinite can be seen only as blue. It is an optical illusion. When we say, I have seen Krishna, optical illusion. You are Krishna. Oh, तब भी मुझे लग ही रहा था. देखो महाराज, life becomes so simple. There is no burden of anything, spatial status. See? All these things, everywhere you can learn. And from that, what we have to learn, not comment on them, but learn and grow out of those wrong notions that we are carrying. See? If you are suppose going to check in your luggage, now you have to lift your bag. But that, no, I am a Swami, how can I lift the bag? Swami means what? Any abnormal animal or what? Do your job. But then we become special. Therefore, Amute karoni vikho bhogu sake parako. How can I experience my own being? So we can experience our own being by dissolving ourselves in the form of efforts and struggle. How do we go to sleep? Don't demonstrate. How do we go to sleep? First of all, we withdraw from the world. Then we come home. Then we withdraw from the home. Then we go below the quilt. And we withdraw from that room also. And what is the last mantra that we do? I want to sleep. Till such time, this mantra is going on. I want to sleep. I want to sleep. The sleep has not begun. And when the sleep begins, even in the satsang, therefore you ask such a person, why do you snore? I was not snoring. He is right. He was not snoring. It is the body that was snoring. Oh. Because the one who wanted to sleep, he disappeared. Thereafter, snoring is happening without a snorer. And therefore, it is not a sin. Therefore, sleep and snore. And don't feel bad. ये रोज ही होता है. So, आमुते करोनी विको भोगु सके पारको. तई आमुते न देखो आमी पड़े. And therefore, I cannot see myself as an object of knowledge. Amute na dekho ammi pade. This is me, I cannot. And therefore, the example given in the Dakshinamurti, Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam Nijantargatam. What is this word? Is like something reflected in the mirror. So be attentive. What is the position of the reflection in the mirror? It has to be learned from two standpoints. One standpoint most of us know. The second point we do not get into it. First standpoint is there is a lateral inversion in the reflection. If you are lifting something with the right hand, in the reflection it appears you are lifting with the left hand. Lateral inversion. See? Very simple, not difficult. And if it is the reflection of the fire, it doesn't burn the mirror. Very clear. Now the second type. See? Is it that one reflection is that of the cow? So that portion of the mirror is different. The other reflection is that of a human being. That portion of the mirror is different? No. It is the same mirror surface which is appearing everything. Exactly the same way. The same Paramatma. He is Jiva Jagat Ishwar. And therefore, because everything is the surface of the mirror, therefore, fire doesn't burn the fire, water doesn't wet the waters. In the same manner, all the reflections which appear in the mirror, they do not touch the mirror because mirror itself has become everything. These are the two principles of Vedanta. Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, everything is nothing but a mirror. And Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, all that appears in the mirror is not real. When these two things are simultaneously recognized and digested in our understanding, you will see like the mirror is not influenced by what is reflected and like the mirror is everything, the net result will be we will be always at peace like the mirror, and plus there will be no impressions on our mind. Mirror does not have the past, mirror does not have the personality, mirror does not have good or bad. Therefore, every day, stand before the mirror and reflect on this. And all experiences that we have, they are that of the reflection only. We feel we are seeing each other. No. Actually, all these things are made into images through the lens on the retina, caught by the mind, and what we experience is not the object, but the image of the object. Therefore, all our life is only imaginary, not real. and place where the images are happening. If that place or the mirror is dusty, image will not be clear. If it is shaky, image will not be steady. If our mind is at peace, yatra yatra manoyati, tatra tatra samadhaya. When can it happen? Deha bhimane galite vidnyate paramatmani, yatra yatra manoyati, tatra tatra samadhaya. But if our mind is on fire, उसको आने तो दिखाता हूँ. With whom are we fighting? With the image. Image fighting with the image. What a fun. Therefore, my friends, this our experience is the one which we cannot specify. It is like this. We have to take support of so many things. And once you are established in this experience, you don't require any special vocabulary to explain. Because when you talk your experience, it has got a different glow. But when it is read from somewhere, suppose somebody has read somewhere, seen, how is Alaska? I tell you, Alaska is so wonderful, means what he has not seen. But those who have gone there and suffered, that is their direct experience. Therefore, in due time, slowly, we will be able to transcend these relative experiences and abide in the truth. Therefore, amute karoni vikho, bhogu shake parakho, te amute na dekho ammi pane. Therefore, the experience where experiencer and the experienced division is not valid, that experience is the one which Dhaneshwar Maharaj is telling, it was given to me by my Guru Maharaj. See, there was one child. He asked a very good question on this. He says, Swamiji, you people tell us what we tell you. If something bad happens in our life, it is our own karma which is giving us the bad thing. Then, but if something good happens, then you say, it is God's grace. Why not give it to God only, to our karma only? I have done, therefore I am successful. I said, hey, you are very intelligent. Now understand. We are all expert in what? Blaming others for the problems of our life. Scriptures want us to correct this. We are squarely responsible for everything that happens in our life. Therefore, everything that happens, we are responsible. But then we blame others. Then when something good happens, success happens, of course, I worked hard and therefore I got it. Again, your ego becomes fat. To protect us from the birth of this terrible ego, our scriptures tell us, if I am successful, by God's grace. Net result, stop blaming others for the problems of our life and let us not be arrogant if there is a success. Then only equanimity is maintained. This is for that our scriptures tell. Give it a try and be happy. Prakato lapo. Achha, there is one more. We'll see it next time. Prakato lapo nalaho. Yethe nahi navalavo. Pari kaise nihi vipavo. Asaniyacha. These words are so beautiful. The truth is simultaneously beyond yet within. How this contradiction, beyond yet within, is the theme of this mantra. We'll take it in our next class. Before we are told, Ram Raksha. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.